Hello, and thanks to Antichrist magazine for giving me the chance for this interview. My name is Omar Jarid, and I'm the man behind Scurìu, a black and doom metal one-man band from northern Italy. The band's name means both the noun darkness and the adjective dark in the dialect of my birthplace, Cagliari. So, while staying in the spirit of my music, I decided to pay homage to my Sardinian descent by mother's side. I think that Black Lives Matter movement is fighting for a just cause, but in the wrong ways. In my opinion, whitewashing any kind of artistic or scientific effort, or destroying monuments of historical figures not aligned with current values, is not the solution. First of all, it's very important to separate a truthful artistical representation of a certain phenomenon from the ideology behind that phenomenon, or the person representing it. Take Cannibal Corpse as a fitting example. Second, the word monument comes from the Latin moneo, which means I remember, and monuments serve exactly that purpose. They're reminders of both the good that people did for the humanity's sake and the evil that has never to be repeated again. So, this attitude is not bringing anything good, and people acting like that are proving themselves like a medieval Inquisition or the Nazis, when they censored and burned every book that opposed to their Weltanschauung, their vision of the world. I approve disclaimers as a solution. They don't take away or destroy anything, but they add the value of disagreement with those insane ideas. Exactly like Nile and Nuclear Blast did a couple of years ago with the Call to Destruction lyric video. As of me, I think that every life is equal to another and has equal dignity and matters equally. I'm against any kind of discrimination, and if people are having hard times, no matter the color of their skin or their sexual orientation or whatever, they deserve support. I put the version 1.1 label on it because it's a re-record version of my demo, but I wasn't satisfied with the quality and I thought it deserved more. And also because I'm a computer science student and I'm fascinated about the idea of music as a software. It's my first and at the moment only original release with this project, which I see as putting a part of my world in music and sharing it out there. Behelit, A Wish of Death, is my personal tribute to the eclipse scene in the Berserk manga. It's the story of Griffith becoming Fent, and I picked that because Griffith is my favorite character in Berserk, and I love his charisma, but in no way would I behave like he did in real life. This could be a good example of the aforementioned separation between artistical representation and ideology. The spoken part is an adaptation of parts of the chapter 83, which was removed in the final version of the manga. Tale of Icarus is about something personal that I needed to get out of my chest, and I revisited the myth of Icarus in order for it to fit my feelings about that event, which made me feel uncomfortable. Where Sorrow Dwells is my personal favorite, and it's still about some personal issues that I need to get out of my chest, but it's not about a particular event. I wanted to put a lot of emphasis on how I felt about many situations that left me broken-hearted. As of today, though, that sorrow to me is nothing but a past memory. Notice that the misspelling of is kind of a tribute to Behemoth, one of the bands I like the most. The cover art is a drawing I made specifically for this release. I wanted it to be like some kind of robotic head with glowing eyes. The eyes initially were meant to glow purple, but for this new version I decided to make them glow red. It's a blink to the cover of Lost Paradise by Paradise Lost, an album which I truly love to listen to, and that robot is badass. But also to cartoons and animes I loved to watch as a child, Think for example to Decepticon from Transformers or Cell from Dragon Ball. I pick doom metal as a starting point because it lets me express the blend of gloom and rage that I need to let out. I won't hide the fact that the dark atmosphere in music, 90s best cartoons and some horror movies conquered me so much that I felt kind of a call. And I feel comfortable expressing my music like this. I also have a huge black metal ambient influence, since I love Burzum's music and it fascinated me a lot during my high school years. No, I think that nowadays with the internet everyone can give it a try and release good music without a label deal. Of course, it's a huge risk and there are some investments to do. Here in Italy it's extremely difficult because metal is very unpopular, so you can't definitely make a living out of it. But still, there are platforms that let the bands publish their releases and or sell the merch without the need for a label. Scurìu is intended to be a studio one-man band, and living in a small Italian city, it's really hard to find live gigs to play this kind of music. But never say never. I might consider the idea one day. Perhaps I'd be one of the guitar players in the live formation. If I have to pick one among this year's releases, I pick the latest My Dying Bride album, The Ghost of Orion, because it's the perfect example of how their genre is supposed to be played. But a recent heavy album that I found very impressive is Rise of the Empire, the latest album by Roman death metal band Ade. Oh, what a blend of brutality, technicality and Roman history. I'm working on other musical projects very different from Scurìu, and one of those is a band starting from scratch that I'm joining as a bassist. But still, every time I'm inspired, I hum some ideas for guitar riffs in my smartphone, and as soon as I have more time, I'll surely figure out how can those ideas become good material for a next release by Scurìu.